Come play around the board with a really average darts player.
As always, we'll start with the setup. So these are the Japan K-Flexes limited edition intermediates. They are attached to the Winmau Navigators, which are 23 grams, and also the 26mm steel tips just on the bottom of the barrel. Now you will notice there is a dart already in the bullseye. I had an attempt that I had recorded and it was 12 minutes long. So just keep that in mind when you're watching this. However, the video footage did unfortunately corrupt. Again, I will just try and preface, I think the best thing here is just to be honest with yourself. Honesty is the best policy. So we'll pick up from dart number 1 and we'll see you about halfway through. Couldn't hit 2 double sevens even if I put my mind to it, to be honest. That last one just felt awful coming out my hand. And that one. Here we're about to approach number 10, halfway around the board. We are making good time, around about 2-ish minutes I think it took to get here. Hit rate was a bit all over the place. We always rush to get a 25 and bull. However, once getting there, you will see, might take us a little while. A few of you might laugh at the Sunderland shirt I'm currently wearing. I am a big fan. However, this was a present from my 2 little girls, which I unfortunately wore for this, and I will be in for some criticism, so absolutely do that in the comments, no problem at all. We'll pick up again just around about 20. Rush that 15. Good dog. Come on, see if we can get onto the 20 straight away. Good start. Yeah, good darts, Kyle. So here we go then, just about to hit 20. I think this time around there was a couple of things I noticed when going for the bull. So yesterday it was roughly around maybe 5 minutes it took on the bullseye. But I noticed yesterday that most of my darts, as you'll see in a couple of examples, that it was just dropping a little bit below the bull, which meant it was covering. So I did try and make a conscious effort today to move across the oggy. Again, this is just something that I feel like would be really important further down the line, and something that if you can do now, you'd be able to master a few months down the line. So I tried my very hardest at this. There is a few examples that we'll just run through that you'll see where the dart's quite low, but my third dart follow-up is actually really good, and it just flies over the top but a couple of times just drops into the 25. Again, we'll just catch up when the bull hit comes. Oh, see, this is what I like about that dart, is that it went plumb over the top of the other two and just didn't dip in time. So like yesterday, I was hitting them a bit lower, which was covering the entirety of the bull. So I've tried to aim a little bit higher today. But now I've noticed that the darts are now going off to the right hand side every time I try to do that. And then you get a really weird one like that. So, yeah, done the same as yesterday. Again, good dart, just missed a little bit. We're on good time here, I think. Terrible visit. I had a great bit of momentum when we first got on the ball. And now it's all gone. Because why wouldn't it? So I did have a previous practice, or attempt rather. However, the footage had corrupted because my iPhone storage was a bit too full. So I had to delete that and we've had to go again. So again, I always play and be honest about where you're at. That visit on the first attempt. Again, the whole point for me here was to just make sure I knew if I was progressing well. This kind of one doesn't count today because I had a previous attempt that I wasn't too happy with. Again, just quite fortunate for myself that you just didn't get to see that was 12 minutes long. But again, being honest, most of the darts are flying a bit off to the right hand side or dropping in a little bit just below, or you'd have some rounds where it was really tightly grouped, and then some rounds like this one that you just see on screen now where it was just all over the place. But luckily we managed to just stay calm and finally get it. We get it finally. Come on. Yeah, much happier with this. Much better visit on the bull. The grouping was a lot better. But I'd be more than happy to hear anyone's comments, or if you've got any tips or tricks on how I can just improve my game just a little bit. Just leave them in the comments below. Any likes and subscribes are more than appreciated. If you like this sort of content, stick around for day 3.